Hello, my people. How you guys doing? Welcome to our program today. My name is Dr. Chidi Wanyanwo. Yes, I'm reaching you from Toronto, Canada, as we like to say, Toronto. Somebody say, "Why are you wearing this hat?" Yeah, I've been taking it very easy. Yeah, it's very cold here, but I've just been taking it very easy. And this is my took, as we call it here in Canada, just to show you that I'm in Canada. Yes, if I know where they took, even though I'm inside a room and the room is warm, but now I got to got to show you that I'm Canadian. I did for where cold day. If they vex you, make you go hug small transformer, but light not even there for where it is. So that light no day for your transformer, so you no go do you anything if you go hug her, or you there for the place where you don't even know where transformer is, so you don't even know where to hug the transformer. So either way, it don't even make sense. But let me thank everybody who is already joined us. I thank you, William Efetosan. Thank you, William. Thank you, Arthur Obi. Thank you, Sims. Hello to you. Oh, yes, a lot of people will come and say, Chidi, you didn't even mention my name. Yeah, if you don't come early and if you don't comment, I won't know you're there. I don't see everybody. If you just start watching, and some of you don't come and watch our program because you think that I will see you. No, I don't see you. I don't see you. So you can come and hide. You people, you can come and hide and watch. You can pretend I didn't watch, but I know you want to watch. Hey, Gerald over one. I see you. Hello. Yeah, when you comment, I see you. And for all you regular offenders, I see all of you. Thank you so much. Ade Rocks. This is my fellow Torontonian. Ade Rocks, I see you. Thank you so much. I don't receive any alert for this. I don't know why I don't receive your alerts anymore. I know, my brother. Um, People don't understand this. Thank you for confirming it. When I tell them that some of us, we face a lot. We face a lot because of the work we do. They don't understand. For instance, Google and Google, YouTube, and all these people, they don't like to spread our videos. They deliberately do not like to spread our videos. They don't like to give notification for our videos. Why is this? You know that Google is there for the money. Google is an advertising platform. So if I have money and I give to Google a lot of money, Google is going to make sure that anything that people say about me, that they're going to pull it down. They're going to make sure that it doesn't get spread out there. So for those other people that advertise with Google, I advertise with Google, but I don't have as much money as these other people. So they tend to feature their programs more than you. And if you say anything against them, Google will not let it go out there. So that's exactly what happens. Okay. Um, if I choose to do some other programs, they don't care. You get you get a lot of advert exposure out there. Okay, so that's what happens. Um, since that Dr. Chidi, that dirty cried video yesterday had me laughing. Oh yeah, this is how I used to be. I forgot. A lot of people make me forget the comical part of me, but like what I put on my Facebook page, don't let these things put you down. When people say negative things about you, try to just flush it off and remain who you are. I am a very funny human being. I don't blow my trumpet, but one thing I know is that I have a great sense of humor, and that's what keeps me going in life. I found a way to laugh at myself, make fun of myself, and make light of situations that you would see and you will be so shocked at how I'm handling it. But it's because I have adopted to look at life from a perspective that doesn't stress me so much. So yes, thank you so much for acknowledging that it made you laugh. It made me laugh. Can you imagine? It made me laugh. Me, that I was the one doing the program, it made me laugh. And today's program, I'm going to start it from a very funny place. I'm going to start it from a very funny place. You guys know Dr. Damages comes to my show, and I when it comes, me and Dr. Damages were friends, very good friends. Okay, I rub off on him and he rubs off on me. So we just go like that. My brother, very good friend. The only place I disagree with him is that he has not been projecting Omoyele Shore the way I expect him to project Omoyele Shore. I think he's repenting, but I hold that against him very much. But he sent me something on WhatsApp. Okay, he sent me something on WhatsApp. I'm going to play that thing. That is that's not the bedrock of my presentation today. Like, if you haven't seen what we're talking about, we're going to be talking about the AtikuGate part 1. AtikuGate part 1, the P2B and Obasanjo connection. That's what we're going to be talking about today. But let me go back and start where I want to start. Do me a favor, as you already know that YouTube does not spread my videos or give notifications to my subscribers. So do me a favor and share this video on your platforms, share this video on your friends, with your friends, and I'll give you a moment to make sure that you share the video. So let me give you 2 minutes to share the video so you don't miss anything. So I won't say anything serious. I'll just keep talking about sharing the video as you go and share the video and come back. Okay, so please share the video, share the video, share the video. Please share the video. If you can help me share the video. Oh my God, my face looks so rested. I actually slept. Can you believe it? I slept in the afternoon. I was working on something. I was trying to do something and my head was just whizzing. And my wife said, "Why don't you just sleep?" I'm like, "Me? Sleep? Me had not, me a man." He said, "Go and sleep." I listened to my wife and I slept. When I look at my face now, it's looking really gorgeous and prosthetic. People don't like it when you talk like this. Somebody there is like, "My friend, shut up and go to the thing. You think I came here to rest? Shut up and go to the main issue." Relax. We don't fight here. This is a channel where we don't fight. So be cooling down, be calming down. You're going to enjoy the program today. So just be calming down. Yeah, so Anita Sunday, like always, thank you so much. Good evening to you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so we have shared the video and we are back here. Thank you for joining once more. Now, I said that Dr. Damages sent me a video. We share a lot of things together. Dr. Damages will actually. So let me share what Dr. Damages shared with me, and then you know what happened. As soon as I started talking about Dr. Damages, I just went back and I saw that he had sent me his advert of his program. Dr. Damages, you have to take your time, oh. You have to take your time. Dr. Damages is using me to advertise his program. Dr. Damages, if you're using me to advertise your program, I'm going to start charging you. But let me do this. Let me do this before we go on, guys. Let me do this before we go on. Dr. Damages, I just opened my WhatsApp and I saw something he dropped on my WhatsApp. Let me share it with you guys before we go on. I'm just using this to mark time. So this is what I found on my WhatsApp as I went to check what Dr. Damages sent to me. And he says he was a seasoned warrior for enlightenment during the olden days of the internet from the engineering department, Howard University. When he was a professor, he fought on information superhighway, and he received a call to be the inaugural vice chancellor of the Federal University of Otuoke in Bayelsa State. And he went silent. Last month, he was appointed as special advisor to the governor of Ekiti State on infrastructures and utilities. Prof. Mobolaji Aliku will join us on 90 Minutes on Sunday, January 15th, 2023. Please make it a date. All right, Dr. Damages, I just advertise you for free. I will send you my check to put money in my account. I'll send you an SPVC, this SPZ fee account to pay money into it. If you guys don't know what is SPV, today you will understand what is SPV, whatever. I'll tell you later. So what Dr. Damages put that got me laughing was a video that that he put. Kuma, the video no gree play. I don't even know. Dr. Damages, this video that you sent to me, I don't know why it's not playing. I wanted to start with this video now. Why is this happening to me? I want to start with this video. Very, very funny video. It is funny because it speaks to what is going on in Nigeria and how people are like the kettle calling the pot black. And I'm going to show you why. The kettle calling the pot black. And I'm wondering, when you are pointing a finger at somebody as what do you call it? You're pointing a finger at somebody as a fraud or as a corrupt person, and you don't want to accept that you are doing exactly the same thing. You don't want to accept that you're doing the same thing. Okay, I'm going to do it the old way we used to do it. I'm going to show you a video of the thing since it's not playing. You guys, you have to have patience with me, or don't lose patience. Don't lose patience. I'm gonna get it very soon. Don't lose patience. Let's get it. Let me send it to Dr. Eric, and then I'll pick it out of Dr. Erica's platform, because there's a security something between my own and Dr. Erica, so we can share things and it will be secure and nothing will happen to it. But even that is not happening. All right. I'll do this, and let's just go on. So this is what Kwankwaso said. I hope you guys can hear it. Kwankwaso said,
and I want to advise our leaders, please, if you see them, you tell them that they should not stop disgracing themselves.
Kwankwaso said that we should tell our leaders that they should not stop disgracing themselves. We should tell our leaders. This is Kwankwaso saying we should tell our leaders. You saw Dr. Damage is laughing there. That laugh got me laughing too. This is a leader. Kwankwaso is running an election, and one of his points, one of the biggest points that he has, is that he has been a leader in Nigeria for so many years. And this is Kwankwaso saying that if you see our leaders, you should tell them that they should not stop disgracing themselves. I guess he wanted to say they should stop disgracing themselves. He ended up saying they should not stop disgracing themselves. And I'm wondering, did you really listen to what you're saying? You are talking about yourself, that you people should stop disgracing yourself. And every time people want to tell us why Omoyele Sowore should not be even running, or why you think he should collapse his structure and go and join other people, it's because you keep saying he has not been a Nigerian leader. He has not been a Nigerian leader. And when we ask you people, what experience have you had from Nigerian leaders? What are those experiences? You turn around and you say, oh boy, we are tired. We are tired of Nigeria. We are tired of the leaders, which means the experience you have had from Nigerian leaders is nothing to write home about. Point the past leaders. I'm talking about presidents, governors, and a lot of them are governors, House of Assembly members, senators, local government chairman, point out the ones that you will say are role models. And if you say no, why then are you repackaging them and selling them back to us? That's what I don't understand. Whether you are articulated, whether you are batified, whether you are obedient, why are you people selling your candidates back to us? You came and you told us that the leaders have failed us. If people have failed, why are you repackaging them as people who passed? They failed, they failed, they failed. That's the only thing I can see about what you said. They failed. And I don't like to make up stories. I don't like to cook up things. You cannot hold me and say, Chidi, you manufactured this lie against somebody. No, no, no. I will always quote what someone said. I'll quote it back to them, because sometimes when they make these quotations, when they say these things, they don't realize what they are saying. But when you play it back to them and you analyze it, then they understand. It wasn't me that talked about these leaders and their experiences. It was the leaders themselves. It wasn't me that talked about how they have led for 8 years, how they've led for 16 years, how they've led for 100 years. It is you, their supporters. So do you understand? You don't just talk without calming down and you know, just calm down and listen to yourself, all right? Okay. So having said that, I said that to let you know that and I say that without exception, the leaders that have led Nigeria, some of them have made impact. And you know me, I can never, because I don't like you, deny you what you have done. See, Kwankwaso did some good thing for his people. You see, Obasanjo did some good thing for his people. You see, Peter Obi did some good thing for his people. You see, the armed robber that was killed, Anini did some good thing for his people. You see, President Trump of America did some good thing for his people. You see, Apostle Joseph Suleiman did some good thing for his people. Why am I saying this? Everybody that you call their name that you think they are bad, they also did some good things somewhere. When they went to toilets, they flushed the toilet for the next person. All these people I called now, you will never hear that when they went to do number 2, that they did it and then they didn't flush it. That will make them a wicked person. But they didn't do that. They flushed the toilet and so that people can use it. When they went to eat in McDonald's, when they finished, they carried their plate and they threw their plate in the dustbin. So that makes them a good person. But look closely and you will see that the bad things they did, the things that they did not do that they were supposed to do, supersedes the good ones that they were supposed to do that they did. That's why we look at them and we say that they failed. When you take an exam and you get 10 out of 100, of course you did 10 good things, but did you pass? No, they failed you. Do you understand? When you played in the World Cup, okay, I've made my point. Let me go on. So all these leaders, they are bad. They failed. And that's why Nigerians are at a place where they are. That's why there's been a lot of uprising too, because these people, they failed. And recently, there's been exposures. Hussein, one guy they call Hussein, who has made himself popular by talking about Bola Ahmed Tinubu, started exposing Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But then again, he just went ahead to do what Shore has done so many years back. Started going to dig out documents that Shore already dug out there. But it's okay. You can copy. So what we do in AAC, we can give you, like this one now, look very well. This one is Expo. Meet me and I'll give you this Expo. It's original. So after Hussein, I believe that's what his name is, after he exposed Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the certificate saga, that was AtikuGate. Now we have a new one. The latest one that is happening now is the AtikuGate. The AtikuGate even has a website, as I discovered. Okay, this AtikuGate is what is bringing us here today, and I'm going to share it with you guys. Today we have AtikuGate, and a lot of you will say, Dr. Chidi, I came here because you said there's a connection between the AtikuGate and Obasanjo and also Tinubu. And I say, yes, there is a connection. There is a connection, and I will let you guys know. This is Atiku's former aide, the person you're looking at right now on your screen. This is Atiku's former aide. Sorry that the thing is tilted to one side, but that's how they did it on the that's how they did it on the website. Okay, so it's tilted to one side. So this guy is Atiku's former aide. Okay, his name is Michael Achimugu. He titled this Corruption by SPV, which is Special Purpose Vehicle. The guy came out and he did this video. I'm going to play the video for you. I'm going to play the audio so that we can hear him, okay? Now, listen to the audio, and I'm going to come back and we'll talk about this.
My name is Michael Achimugu, former media aide and facilitator to Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. I'm here to issue a very firm note of warning to his spokespersons and aides. I was there before some of you, and I'm more competent and meticulous than the most of you. This series is a battle for the redemption of the soul of Nigeria. It's nothing personal. And this is why, out of respect for the cordial relationship I used to have with His Excellency, I am holding and will continue to hold back evidences that are capable of tearing the very fabric of this nation. Things that the Waziri himself has said, plans that he has had that will be detrimental to the well-being of Nigerians. I'll hold back most of those things and only speak to Nigerians about the things that can guide them, help them understand why they should not vote for Atiku for president of Nigeria. If any one of you, however, comes at me, defames my character, then there will be the greatest unleashing of evidence Nigeria has ever witnessed since 1960. Of course, I know that the attempts will be made on my life. You can kill me, it's all good, but Nigeria is more important than one person, than this individual. And this is why my lawyers have been well briefed. In the event of my death, if anything touches a strand of hair on my body, then my lawyers will unleash everything in my arsenal. Do not aggravate issues for Atiku by aggravating me. I have thought about this long and hard before I decided to speak up. I've been silent for a long time, but I have children. All of my viewers have children. You have families that will be affected if you make the wrong choice in 2023. In all good conscience, I will not sit back and let this happen without speaking about what I know. I will once again say to Nigerians that as you watch and listen to the sequels to this first episode, make decisions that will be good for you, your family, and the future of this country. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is not that person to vote for. And I say this because I know it. Thank you.
Whoa. Okay. Okay. You see the kind of work we do, and this is very serious here. The kind of work we do is very, very dangerous. Okay? It's not fun. Listen, I'm not blogging. I'm not just blogging, and yet I'm blogging. I'm vlogging. I have a YouTube channel. But that's not what we do. We're not here. We're not doing this. Is not show business. Activism is way more serious than show business. You see, when you get into this thing, the way some of us have gotten into it and are doing it, it's coming out of a conviction you have. It's coming out of your past experiences with marginalization, with injustice, to the point where you have decided in your life that you will fight. You will fight against injustice. And so that's what you see some of us do. Now, you see this young man saying what he's saying. He ain't joking, man. You hear him say, if he dies, if he loses his life. These are things that we don't like to talk about, but that is the reality. Okay, when we speak the truth, when we say things that we know people don't like you to hear, people don't want you to speak about, people don't want you to say that they stole when they stole. Even though they stole, they will do everything because they see it as an attack on them. They will do everything to eliminate you. They will do everything to stifle you, to put you out like light. And I can tell you right now for free that it is not the security that we have. It's not that we have massive security. It is not that we are smart and we know how to dodge things. No. At least I can speak for myself. The only thing that protects you, the only thing that keeps you going is your belief that nobody can kill you except God. Because nobody made you, nobody created you. The only person that can take your life is God. And he does this directly or indirectly, most of the times actually directly, all the times indirectly. God will only allow you to die or be killed when he wants you back home. That's the way it is. The only person who has right over your life is the person who put that life in you. After him, no other person. The person that came after you, the human being that came after you and killed you, is because God allowed it. If God did not allow it, you will not die. So for you that you do what you do and you are afraid, or you don't do what you're supposed to do because you are afraid, I'm telling you this to make you understand that there is no reason for you to be afraid. And if you are attempting, or if you're trying, or if you're thinking about getting into this business, quote unquote, you have to make sure that you have resolved that at any point in time, God calls you home, that you are ready to go home. I'm telling you this with all seriousness. It is not something that you do thinking that, let me just do now. Hey, this is what I'm doing. Shore is doing now. This person is doing, that person is doing. Let me too come and do. No, it is more serious than that. You have to face so many things. You have to face insults, not the kind of insult that when they insult you, you go and start crying. No, you have to sit. It affects your business. It affects your relationship. It affects your credibility. It affects everything. I go to places I want to deal with people. They say, I see your face. I see your face. Are you on social media? I'll say yes. I know people go and check me out. They see where I have one big bird, one big bear. They say, is this one a terrorist? They see where I'm talking about somebody that they like, somebody that is their hero, and they don't want to do business with me. So these are so many things you have to get ready to suffer when you are willing to speak the truth. All right. So this guy has come out here and has said that, listen, if anything should happen to him, that he is ready and he's not afraid. Okay. And after he gave this warning, he now went and he did a video. There is something I am, but anyway, I won't say it here. But I think he already did this video. This is my thinking, I could be wrong here. But I think he already did the video that I'm going to show you. I think he did this video before he now released the video that about the warning. That's what I think. Because when you look at this video, I hope he's no longer in the country, but well, it's up to him. Maybe he's still in the country. But I would imagine that he did the videos, recorded it and kept it, and then he now did that warning video. If you guys followed us during the Apostle Suleiman Stephanie Otobo saga, you will notice that we had some videos that we did and we kept because we didn't know honestly, we didn't know what was going to happen to us. People were saying, Chidi, were you afraid? I told them that time I was really afraid. These were the early days of we doing this kind of thing that we're doing. I didn't know what was going to happen to me. So we did a lot of videos then, but now I know better. I know better. But yes, I think he did that video before he did the warning video. So let's go back and listen to the first part of this video that he made. This is the part he was saying that he will start from this. This is the first series. Okay, the thing I pinned up there. Gerald Obawan, you were asking, are you a Shore supporter, sir? Yes, sir. I am a Shore supporter. I hope I've answered your question. All right. Let's go play this video. Let me actually expand it so that we'll see it much better. Okay, I won't expand it. Let me play it like this. So listen, this is the first part of the series that this guy has promised to release. Let's take a listen.
On the 13th of June 2018, there were serious corruption allegations flying all over social media about 100 million naira bribe that had been given to Atiku Abubakar by the then Plateau State Governor Joshua Dare. By the direct personal admission of the governor, he had given 100 million naira to Atiku. For this reason, the governor was found guilty and was sentenced to jail time. I needed to know what the truth about the allegation was before proceeding to plan a defense strategy. And so I reached out to my then principal, Atiku Abubakar, via email, asking him, the details of the issue and how to proceed. And so he had told me that in his reply that, that money had been paid into an SPV. I didn't know what an SPV was, so I asked him. And so he gave a brief description, but since it was obvious I wasn't quite, I didn't have clarity, he put a call through to me that same day. On my blog, you'd find the phone number that he had used to call me on that day and the number I was also using by which I had received that call that day. And in his call, in our conversation, he admitted to having advised his then boss, President Olusegun Obasanjo, against what he called open corruption, stating that he practiced corruption by stealth or corruption by SPV, if you will. Went on to explain in further strategy meetings that through those SPVs he, Atiku Abubakar, had set up. Don't forget that he was in charge of the economy, and every monetary transactions had to pass through him, and they had used those SPVs, to fleece Nigerians, using those monies for private businesses, to settle their friends and political issues as well. That particular conversation gave me a little insight into the truth about my boss, my then boss, and all of the corruption allegations against him. It also opened my mind to the knowledge that the reason he's always been confident in defending himself, in allegations of SPV by telling Nigerians, show me evidence if you have any against me, is because SPVs, these companies he had set up by himself, had placeholder directors. So nothing could ever be traced back to him directly. That's why Atiku is always confident about corruption allegations. But it also forced me to begin to investigate deeper, the man that I was serving at the time. Listen to the conversation between me and him.
Sir.
Yeah, Mike.
Yes, sir.
How can you ask me what is SPV?
Well,
I don't know what SPV is, and I need to be sure before I start arguing with these people.
SPV is a special purpose vehicle. In other words, is a company they incorporate to carry out certain, activities.
Okay, sir.
You see, what happened was when we came into, the office, and I advised the president against, open corruption.
Yes, sir.
I told him, I said, give me 3 people you trust.
Yes, sir.
And I will prepare 3 companies for which they will be the subscribers, or rather the directors.
Okay, sir.
So that, if there is any contract that we give, they will act like consultants,
yes.
and then they are giving a fee.
Yes,
and
sir.
that fee is what we now use, to fund the party instead of, engaging open. So he gave me the names of Fashawe, Andy Uba, and the late this guy, from Borno State, who died in that plane crash. Trying to the 3 of them.
Okay, sir.
So I now incorporated companies and I put them as subscribers.
Yes, sir.
And one of the companies was Marine Floats.
Yes, sir.
So when this governor sent a donation to the party, now he sent it to Marine Floats. So it was paid into Marine Float.
Yes, sir.
And one of the subscribers of Marine Float was Otumba Fashe. That account was very well investigated by EFCC to see whether, there was any vision. They found out that there was nothing.
Yes, sir.
So that was where the 100 million went to. It did not go to Atiku Abubakar. It went to Marine Float. And Marine Float was an SPV, special purpose vehicle, created, as a consulting company. So
okay, sir.
That was the way I handled it.
Okay, sir.
Yes. So that was what I briefly tried to explain to you. No money was given to Atiku Abubakar.
it's okay. These people, as the time draws closer, they keep coming up with a lot of issues, and one needs to be able to have a few facts to be countering them immediately. Yes, sir. No problem, sir. I will tackle him later tonight.
So they should go and check. The money was not paid to Atiku Abubakar. The money was paid to a company called Marine Float.
Marine Float, yes, sir.
Yes, which and Marine Float was one of those 3 companies,
Yes, sir.
So,
he did state categorically that you own Marine Float.
I never own. There is no way I can own Marine Float. Let them go and check the certificate of incorporation or articles of association to find out whether I own Marine Float.
Okay, sir. That's all. That's all. No problem, sir. Thank you so much, Daddy. I really appreciate it.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Bye.
I hope that you just heard what I heard right now. You also saw what I saw. You see, this is how politics is supposed to be played by citizens. This is how the project of searching and interviewing people who are soliciting to be allowed to get into and occupy the seat of the president of the country. This is how citizens are supposed to engage in this project. We are supposed to speak truth to power. But you see, what gets me angry, what really infuriates me, It's when I see sycophancy. It's when I see tribalism. It's when I see religious bigotry. The same citizens who understand the seriousness of electing the president of a country, who understand what is at stake, that the future of, did you hear that this guy, this Mike say that the future of his children are at stake. When I look at my beautiful children, I think about their future. I think about their motherland. What will I tell myself that I did in my generation? What did I do to make sure that I secure a future for them? I get so mad. I get so frustrated when I see my fellow citizens, people of my generation. It doesn't matter whether you are older or younger than me, but those of us who are caught in this generational bracket, instead of you speaking the truth, instead of you facing the reality, you support people just for one ridiculous reason. You see clearly that where these people are taking us is not a good place, but you keep making excuses for these people. Why are you doing this? Do you really have a conscience? Do you believe you know that the person you're supporting does not have good plans, that they just packaging? Why? Because I've asked you a lot of questions, as I'm going to ask in this broadcast, and your conscience answers the correct thing, but you have continued to pile. You've continued to pile sellotape, duct tape, super glue. You continue to put black paper, metal, everything over your conscience, so that you're speaking from your mouth, no longer from your conscience. You see in this video, when you hear Atiku Abubakar in this video talking about, oh, that's what we just do, you think they're talking about 1 naira? You think they're talking about 1 million naira? You think they're talking about 1 billion naira? They are talking about trillions of naira. Do you understand what I'm saying? The money that these people eat is the reason why there is poverty in Nigeria. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Do you even understand that these people eat and eat and eat, and they ate all the drugs in the hospital? Does it even make, you don't get it. You think this is a joke. You don't understand that there are accidents every day on the road. The reason why those accidents happen, the reason why you saw a bus burnt, completely burnt, and there were about 35 people in that bus, and they were burnt, and you saw pictures of the roasted bodies, is because of what these people did. You don't get it, and you're defending them. May God judge you. You don't even understand that the pictures of people that were roasted like bush meat, roasted because they were trying to refine oil. Do you hear that people do illegal refining in Saudi Arabia? Do you hear that people do illegal refinery in UAE? Why would they do illegal refinery when their governments give them money? They don't work. Don't you know that these people, their break period is hours? Their holiday period is in months. They shut down their country for months. The same people that produce oil that your country produces. But the reason why there's poverty enough that people have to be refining crude oil in Nigeria, and in doing that, the place they are refining oil will catch fire and they will be roasted, is because of the activities of these people. You don't get it? The reason why graduates with doctorate degree, I kid you not, are sweeping the roads in Saudi Arabia, in Dubai, our taxi drivers in Toronto, New York, and in London is because the activities of these people, you don't get it, you don't understand. That is why it is painful. That's why you see people like me do what we do. Because the rest of some of you will still stand behind these people and clap for them and sing their praises. Like, are you kidding me? Are you for real? Are you serious? Are you serious? Some of you will still see what we're seeing, hear what we are hearing, listen to these revelations, and you just take that. That's why what you're doing is dangerous. What you're doing, look, let me tell you something. When you go to the gym and you keep on exercising with these dumbbells, exercising, after a while, that dumbbell that was heavy will no longer feel heavy. Some of you've been experimenting. You've been teaching your conscience to just shut down, cover up, tough. As you are exercising your conscience in denying the truth, it will get to a point where things like this don't move you anymore. They don't move you. You don't listen to the truth again. Truth doesn't, you don't have conscience that will make you want somebody who is a murderer. All these people are murderers. For every woman who died at childbirth because there was no facility in the hospital where they were. I went to UNTH when my father was there. I took my father for treatment. The last time when my uncle was there, University of Nigerian Teaching Hospital, Enugu, I went there and I saw doctors performing surgery with light from their cell phones. This is a hospital owned by the Federal Republic of Nigeria, an oil-producing country. I saw transfusion or whatever, infusion, drip. They tie it on a stick, and you think it is okay. Why would you think it is okay? Why? Don't you have conscience? Why? Why is it that you go to a point where you were tired? When we did NSAS, and we found out that governors hid, Jesus Christ, governors hid Indomie noodles that were meant to be given to poor people. Not one governor, not two governors, so many of them, they hid these palliatives in warehouses and people were dying. When there was a lockdown, people were asked not to move out of their houses. They were dying. You lock people down and you lock down the palliatives and you come back again and you want us to support you and people are supporting you. This is not even what I prepared to talk about today. But I hope it makes sense to you. I hope you understand what is behind when you see us say one thing. When we tell you, don't vote for this person. A lot of you will come to my inbox and say, Chidi, I don't believe this. Chidi, you are an Igbo man. Chidi, you are an Igbo man and you don't support Peter Obi. Chidi, you are a saboteur. Chidi, how can you do this? Why would you be telling me that? I don't just support Peter Obi because he's an Igbo man. And you tell me don't support Shore because he's not an Igbo man. How dare you think so low of me? Do you know who I am? You don't know me. You know nothing about me that you call me to tell me to dissent. Support Peter Obi all you want. But I am not going to support Peter Obi just because he's an Igbo man and an Igbo man. The stakes are higher than than the tribal sentiments that we have. Do I hate him? No. Will I deny that we're from the same place? No. I've said this several times. He has a right to run. Just like my own candidate has a right to run. Just like Atiku has a right to run. Do you think I will say this and come back and say that Atiku has a right to run, Tinubu has a right to run, but you, that you are campaigning for me to support the person and leave the person that I'm behind. Like, have you talked to yourself? Gather yourself together for your candidate and go preach your candidate. But I will tell you the truth, the undiluted truth. What you choose to do with it is your business. So let me get back to what we're talking about. So this guy goes ahead and he releases this video. And after he releases this video, I'm going to tell you the kind of people that make my tummy cringe. Because these are the people who I don't think we should just take it lightly with people like this person I'm going to show you. They cause a lot of havoc, heavy havoc, and these are the kind of people that they have a right to exist as citizens, but we should by our activities try to shut these people up. People like Dino Melaye. You know, people like Dino will come initially and people like Dino will pretend that they mean well. Dino will pretend that he means well. He will get up in the house. He will get up in the house at that time and he will talk and he will say Nigerians are being killed. We are this, we are that, we are that. Some of you will believe, but we've already told you that Dino is a fraud. Dino, after jumping from one party to another party, that's how you know people that are not serious. They jump from party to party for their own selfish interests. Understand this. Not because of the interest they have for the nation or for the citizens. It's for their own personal interest. And so Dino jumps onto this young man's presentation, and this is what Dino Melaye has to say about what this young man released. You listen to Dino Melaye.
Which kind media aid? Media aid for where? Media aid. When appointment letter? Let him tell us one publication that he made on behalf of Atiku Abubakar. I know they talk to all this small 419 Yahoo boys where they look for something. And you know, he's looking for attention, collected small money from body loan. One country they stop us. My friend, get out of this place. Let me talk on serious matter. Rubbish.
You see people like Dino Melaye. You see how he just waved it aside. He just waved all the revelations that this young man did. He just waved it aside. For him, the man was talking rubbish. And some of you will believe that the guy was talking rubbish. He was not talking rubbish. And I'm going to show you what the guy put out there to show that he was not talking rubbish at all. Okay? Now, let me show you this. Let's go back to a publication that is out there on the internet. I'll show you. Shebi, Dino Melaye said that the guy is talking rubbish. He should show us his appointment letter. There is no appointment letter. Blah, blah, blah. So let us see if there was an appointment letter. Since these days we must prove everything. I like when we have to prove everything. So this is what the guy published. This is an appointment letter. It was dated September 5th, 2021. This is when Atiku was running. You see that 2021, Michael Achimugu. So this one, it says, I am pleased to inform you of your appointment as the director of media of the Atiku Support Organization. This is 2021. The Atiku Support Organization, blah, blah, blah. This is from Mohammed Atiku Abubakar, Chairman, Atiku Support Organization. You see that this was signed by Mohammed Atiku Abubakar. So, Dino Melaye, you lied. This young man was actually appointed. Let's make it larger. See, he was appointed. You are the one that lied. We will not take it from you. Sorry, let me go back. Okay. Let's look at another one. He was saying, show me anything that they have done for Atiku. Appointment as member, media committee, TCOM. This comrade, Michael Achimugu, 1st September 2021. This is to formally inform you that His Excellency Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, blah, 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 has approved your nomination as a member of the media committee of his 2023 Presidential Election Technical Committee with effect from 1st September 2021. I don't know who this guy is supporting now, by the way, but it is important that we bring this thing out. Now, this is another one. This is His Excellency Waziri has asked that I network with you on the role you would like to play in the campaign. Kindly get in touch ASAP. His Excellency Otumba Engineer Benga Daniel, Atiku Abubakar Campaign Organization. This is the number there. These people are funny. Benga Daniel, you see them? Okay. Now, this is contract signing. Contract, they say he didn't do anything for Atiku Abubakar. This is signing. Yesterday, in company of my dear husband in Grey Kaftan, I signed a one-year VIP management contract with Ace Multimedia Company at blah, 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 run by Lion of Jeddah. The firm have proven their capacity in achieving said goals. I'm delighted to be managed by them. And this is Hawa Atiku. Hawa Atiku. So now you know that this young man, like I said, I don't know who he's supporting right now. Let me also tell you that this young man cannot wash his hands off because he has been with Atiku. That's the thing about conscience. He saw a lot of things. He also partook in the share of some of these monies. But probably somewhere along the line, it touched his heart to do this video that he's doing right now. But it is also a warning. Remember that there is always a price to be paid for every time you have gotten involved in some kind of dirty deal, in illegal deals. There are consequences for every action. The only thing is that he will, you know, the laws of retributive justice and the laws of karma and all of that. It will come back to you. Anything you sow, you just have to take your bullet when it comes. I don't know what's going to come to him. I don't know if he already came to him, but it's between him and his God. Okay. All right. So after having done all this, and you guys also saw what this young man released against Atiku Abubakar. At least I've established to you clearly that this young man, what he's talking about is valid. Now, let me drag you back to why this topic, because you're like, Chidi, why did you say AtikuGate Part 1, P2B and Obasanjo connection? Let me now go back and break it down for you. You remember that they said, Atiku Abubakar said, when we were in power, when we came to power, I told the president. Well, guess the president he was talking about then. The president he was talking about then is President Olusegun Obasanjo. This is the same Obasanjo that is endorsing people now, and people are jumping up. You see, when Obasanjo say, I endorse P2B at the beginning of this year, that is just a political gimmick. It's not something that is new. He already took P2B by the hand and he says, look, this is my boy in whom I am well pleased. He's been campaigning for him. He has showed up in Anambra State when somebody died. I think it was Basilica Mechosa. No. One of the old Biafran heroes. He has showed up there. He has showed up with them in London. So it is a fact. We know that Obasanjo supports P2B. We also know clearly that P2B calls Atiku Abubakar. See, let us just lay political sentiments aside for just 1 minute and listen to me. And for those of you who will come and attack me, just answer me this question. Is Atiku Abubakar P2B's mentor? And when I'm speaking this, I am telling you the reason why clearly I will not support Atiku Abubakar, because he is so corrupt and their corruption has led to the death of so many people. And so in my eyes, they have a criminal case to answer. There is no way you can tell me otherwise. And this person, Atiku Abubakar, that up till now, my dear Uncle P2B regards as his mentor, whom he has said clearly that he will not probe him. He will not probe his corruption. You see, followers of P2B, you come and you say, my friend, P2B said he is going to probe people. No, and P2B says, go to his Twitter handle. I will not probe. So why are you fighting the truth? Why are you fighting the truth clearly? We're intelligent people. Let us reason intelligently. And if you have anything against my candidate, bring it on. But like I said, let's leave party aside. Now, this young man, so we have tied P2B to Atiku solidly. You say, oh, Chidi, why are you tying them? Because he said his mentor. No, it was not just his mentor. They have worked very closely. Do you know what it's like? Now, let me try to explain certain things. This election period that you're seeing right now, you're seeing P2B and you're seeing Dati Ahmed. You see how they fly together. You see everything that is happening right now. Can you, in all honesty, tomorrow come and tell me that Dati Ahmed does not know what P2B is doing right now that they are running? Can two work together except they agree? No. This is serious matter I'm telling you here. Dati and Obi, if two of them are not working together, then they should not be running mates. They should not be. If somebody who is running as your vice does not know what you're doing, does not put heads together with you, then that is already a failure going somewhere to happen. Two of you must work together, because should anything happen to P2B, Dati Ahmed will go there and represent him. Should anything happen to Omoyele Sowore, I can tell you what happens in my party. We are in a group where we plan everything that Omoyele Sowore goes out to do, and we vet it, we criticize, we suggest. Magashi is there, Omoyele Sowore is there. So if Omoyele Sowore, if anything should happen to him, Magashi knows what he was going to say and what he was going to do. So when Atiku Abubakar was running for presidency, Peter Obi knows everything about what he was doing. At that time, you know very well, if you didn't know before, you know how corrupt Atiku is. You saw that when they were campaigning, the same way they shared dollars this time around, that is the normal practice, and P2B saw it and he didn't say, no, I'm not going to run with this person. He was involved in it. Let me leave that aside right now and go back to the video and this AtikuGate. Remember I told you that when Atiku said that when we came into power, I told the president, maybe I should go and play it back. He said, I told the president, what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to do the audio to also show you that the guy did not make it up. He has audio about what happened. I'm going to show you, I'm going to play the video, the audio, the direct audio that he used for his video. I want to play that audio because some people would just focus their argument on the video that this man did, but let me go directly to his website and extract it from his website. That way, I will not even get any strike from YouTube. So this is directly from his website. Actually, this is the audio. We can play the audio here. Let's play the audio. No. This is the video. Let me go down to the audio. This is the audio here. They called on the phone. This is when he called him on the phone. Let's listen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mike.
Yes, sir.
How can you ask me what is SPV?
I don't know what SPV is, and I need to be sure before I start arguing with these people.
SPV is a special purpose vehicle.
Did you hear that? SPV is a special purpose vehicle. SPV is a special purpose vehicle. Listen very, very carefully. It's important that you understand this. See, I'm playing the audio, not that video now. I'm playing directly from the audio. It says, how can you ask me what is SPV? SPV is special purpose vehicle.
In other words, is a company they incorporate to carry out certain, activities.
It's a company they incorporate to carry out certain activities, covert operations, stealth operations.
Okay, sir.
You see what happened was when we came into, the office and I advised the president.
When he came into office, he advised President Olusegun Obasanjo, the same Obasanjo that is spotless, the same Obasanjo that is pure, the same Obasanjo everybody should respect him. The same Obasanjo that your people are aligning with, that once Obasanjo, we wake up in the morning and we say, oh, they are going for meeting in London. Let's wait for the outcome of the meeting. Oh, we come. What did he say? Obasanjo has endorsed him. Finish. We are saved because Obasanjo, the angel, has spoken. This is the same Obasanjo that Atiku Abubakar advised Obasanjo. The thing is, he advised, but did he take the advice? But let's continue to listen.
So the office, and I advised the president against, open corruption.
I feel bad. I feel bad for us. He advised Obasanjo against open corruption. He did not advise Obasanjo against corruption. You see, Atiku Abubakar is corruption personified. Corruption personified. Atiku Abubakar is the kind of person. You see, somehow I like, do you know, Atiku Abubakar is like Saul in the Bible. When Saul was persecuting Christians, Saul did not, he doesn't like all this sitting on the fence. Paul persecuted Christians so much that when they said, who should we say? He said, I'll put it on me. Give me your robes. I will hold your robe. That is what Atiku does. Atiku is like, no, me, corruption. The thing that you cannot do, bring it, I will do it. Atiku told Obasanjo, Your Excellency, we will do corruption. They are not hiding it, but don't do it openly. I will show you how we are going to do it. Do you now see why Obasanjo said that Atiku was the most corrupt human being on earth. Because they knew him. They worked together. And Obi knew that Atiku was like, okay, you're going to run and say, oh, Chidi, he just did it for politics. He did it for politics. We kill people for politics. So you become part of a gang, and the gang kills human beings. And if I ask you, say, no, I'm just doing it now. I know they follow them, go kill human being. But you're a member of the gang. Yes, now. Why you know come out? I just want to stay there and make her follow the answer. You think when they catch the members of that gang, they will not catch you? You're dead, man. So Atiku and Obasanjo knew very well. And when Atiku advised him, did he say no? Did he say, no, Atiku, I'm a clean person. I am a just human being. As the president of the country, I am not going to engage in bribe. Did he say that? You listen.
Yes, sir.
I told him, I said, give me 3 people you trust.
Yes, sir.
And I will prepare 3 companies.
Atiku asked Obasanjo, give me 3 people that you trust. 3 people that you trust. Give me 3 people that you trust. He asked the president of Nigeria, please, president of Nigeria, we are going to do a bad thing. We are going to be engaged in corruption. We are going to take people's money and we are going to use it for something that is not meant to. We will take money and you will see where he took the money from. You see, some of you don't understand how these things affect the common man. You see that boy that went and stole and you put tire on his head and you burnt him. I will show you why he was stealing. I will show you why the person that you people should be lynching are the leaders. If there, I'm not promoting violence, but if you ever want to show your anger, it is not on the petty thief. Nor am I endorsing people to go and steal. But you see, when people steal 1,000 naira, 10,000 naira, even 1 million naira, they caught a kidnapper the other day. I saw the video yesterday. I wish I could play it for you. And he was counting, and he counted 5 people that they had kidnapped and the ones they killed. And the policeman asked him, how much did they pay? I felt like crying. And somebody's going to go and copy the video now and say, Chidi says he's crying. I can cry tears for such things because for each of their victims, they collected 2 million naira. 2 million naira. If I do a conversion of 2 million naira now, you will not believe how much human life is valued in Nigeria. They killed somebody who was living abroad. Living abroad. Comes back to Nigeria, you kidnap him and you kill him over 2 million naira. 2 million naira. They captured the person, they probably go and kill him too. But look at the amount of money that these people ate. Look at the amount of money that they are going to steal. They're about to steal. They are just setting the stage right now. Mr. President, we're going to eat money right now. Give me the names of 3 people. And let's hear what the president of the country told his vice president.
They will be the subscribers, or rather the directors.
Okay, sir.
So that, like, if there is any contract that we give, they will act like consultants,
yes.
And then they are given a fee.
Yes,
and
sir.
that fee is what we now use, to fund the party.
Yeah.
So did you hear that? They will it asked him, give me the names of 3 people. We will use the names of these 3 people to set up fake accounts. So that when we in Nigeria, the president is absolute with the Nigerian constitution. Anything that the president wants to do, the president will do it. So When we give contract, you don't understand. When they say when we give contracts, we are talking about contract of trillion naira, contract to construct bridges, roads, factories. Do you understand? When we give these contracts, these people will act as consultants to those contracts. So they will say, we are giving the contract for the construction of a liquefied natural gas plant, and it is worth $200 billion. And the consultant fee there is 10%. So right there, they get 2 billion naira or $20 billion dollars. That $20 billion is paid to these consultants into the SPV account. That is from where they fund the political parties. So as APC is right now, that is what they are using to fund their election. As Atiku Abubakar is right now, that is what he is using to fund his campaign. That is what was used to fund the campaign when Atiku Abubakar and Obi were running mates. And if Atiku Abubakar had won that election, Obi would have become the vice president. You see, you don't like when I talk like this. You don't like when I talk like this. You want me to move ahead. Once they talk about right now, we're talking about right now. Don't be going back to when. No, we have to talk about it. That is what, okay, you see, you contradict yourself because you say, they don't talk about this. And when I tell you, why are you angry? You say, because the country, they have spoiled the country. They have spoiled the country. Who? Who spoiled the country? They have finished our money. Who finished our money? How did they finish our money? That's exactly what I'm telling you. And do you know that because of this SPV, because of the money that will be paid, so imagine the person who gave the contract is the person who is consulting on the contract. Oh, Jesus. What do you think? If the contract is worth $1 billion, first of all, they will inflate the contract to $3 billion. And then the SPVs, they will make sure that the consultant to the contract is paid not 10%, they will pay it like 30%. You will not see it, I will not see it. And the money will just come out of there, and then so many other people. Remember, for the engineers and so many people who are going to work on the contract, even the ministers, you don't even know what is going on. By the time the ministers come and take their own, and other people take their own, finally the project will not be done. Let me finish this. Let me finish this. So, after I told Mr. President,
instead of engaging open, so he gave me the names of Fashawe, Andy Uba, and the late this guy, from Borno State, who died in that plane crash.
So you hear that? It was Obasanjo that gave him the name of Andy Uba. It was Obasanjo that gave him the name of Fashola, and another person who died in a plane crash. It was Obasanjo that gave him that name. For people that when we talk about Obasanjo, you say he's holy. Be listening.
Trying to the three of them.
Okay, sir.
So I now incorporated companies and I put them in subscribers.
Yes, sir.
And one of the companies was Marine Floats.
Yes, sir.
So when this governor sent a donation to the party, now he sent it to Marine Floats.
Now, did you listen? When the governors send they opened the company, and one of them was Marine. One of them, you see, one of the companies. I need you to understand. Those of you who are going to try to exonerate Obasanjo, by the time I bring out another fact, you're going to. I'm telling you ahead of time. I'm preparing your mind. One of the companies was Marine Float. Remember, there were 3 people. They did not open one company. They opened a lot of companies, but one of them was Marine Float. These people's names will appear in so many. These were the people that were running things for them. Do you remember when Andy Uba went to Anambra State? A civilian went to Anambra State and he kidnapped the governor of Anambra State, Anjuba. A civilian came with police from Abuja. And when they asked Anjuba, Anjuba said boldly that the agreement he had with the governor was that a percentage, oh God, Nigeria. Do you remember Anjuba said that a percentage of the money of the security vote, the allocation that goes to Anambra State, a percentage of it was supposed to come to him, Anjuba. Do you see why? Do you hear Atiku Abubakar say when the governors make donations, this is not voluntary donation. It is not the governor's money. It is money that was meant to be used to build the schools in my village. It is the money. That is why there are no health centers in my village. That is why the health centers in my village do not have drugs. That is why children are sitting on the bare floor and taking lectures, listening to their lessons from their teachers in classes. That is why there is no pipe-borne water in my village. That is why my village does not have light for months, because of this money that is supposed to go to the SPV account. Now you understand what gave Anjuba the courage to do what he did in Anambra State, because of this SPV, because of the role he was playing. Does it now make sense? Can you connect the dots? I think you do. I think you do. But let's finish it up.
So it was paid into Marine Float.
Yes, sir.
You know. And one of the subscribers of Marine Float was Otumba Fashe. You know, that account was very, very well investigated by EFCC to see whether, you know, there was any vision. They found out that there was nothing.
Yes, sir.
So that was where the 100 million went to. It did not go to Atiku Abubakar. It went to Marine Float. And Marine Float was an SPV, special purpose vehicle, created, you know, as a consulting company. So
okay, sir.
that was the way I handled it.
Okay,
sir.
Know.
Yes. So that was what I was briefly tried to explain to you. Look, no money was given to Atiku Abubakar.
it's okay.
Okay, so you see, they've laughed over this. For them, it's not a big deal. But look at this. Somebody had said that this Kayode Ogundamisi said Atiku and Olusegun Obasanjo each received 100 million naira stolen by Joshua Darie from the people of Plateau State. Do you see that? State governor Joshua Darie received 100 million from the people of Plateau State. Obasanjo returned his own share according to court papers leading to conviction of Mr. Darie, but Atiku articulatedly kept his own share. Now, my question is this. Those of you that are going to say, but Obasanjo returned his own, but Atiku Abubakar did not return his own. We are talking about one. We're talking about one. He returned 100 million from one account, from a case, not one account, a case. Joshua Darie of Plateau State. They have 36 states. Okay, even if the ones that are not PDP states were not putting money into the SPV accounts, because you heard Atiku talk about returning money, putting money when the governors bring their money. So every time they give monthly allocation to each state, those PDP states will return some to the SPV account. They cut off Obasanjo, and Obasanjo returned 100 million. How about all the other governors? Did he return them? Did he return them? Do you see why people like Obasanjo, they must participate? See, Obasanjo endorses presidential candidates. It's not because he loves them. He endorses them because he is protecting himself. Why do you think Peter Obi says, I will not probe? When they probed Joshua Darie, by the way, I knew Joshua Darie. You know, I don't know what happened to these people. So you people don't know. You know, when they talk about Chidi, how experienced have you been? Way back when Joshua Darie was even campaigning, way back then, and I had just become born again newly. We were praying for him. We prayed and prayed. He came to our church. In fact, when we prayed, we went to Jos. We went to Jos during the campaign. Do you know how far back then? When he won, he came back to our church in Boko then. That's the story for another day. So just to tell you that I have been in politics too for so many years. So when you see some of us talking, we are not babies. We have seen, what our eyes have seen is what you hear our mouth talking now. When Darie was convicted, Darie, one person, over 100 million. What is 100 million that Obasanjo returned? What is it? It's not a big deal. But that is not all the governors now. If they probed all the governors, do you know what it means? Do you know how much Obasanjo will have to return? When they now go to the different, why is nobody probing the other SPV account? Why? That is where P2B comes in. When you say you're not going to probe these people, do you realize what you're saying? When you are clicking with IBB. So now I hope I've painted a picture for you how the presidents operate. The way they eat money, the amount of money they've eaten. These people have tentacles spread all over the place. So the person they will work with, the person IBB will work with, the person Shoneko will work with, the person Obasanjo will work with, is the one who will guarantee their safety, is the one who will guarantee them that they're not going to be probed. But we will not do that. We will not do that. If we're going to win this election, and I'm talking about Omoyele Show already, African Action Congress, and everybody who believes in justice, if we will win, if we will take back our country, we will take it back on our own terms, and our terms is clearly that you will be made to pay, because the spirit of all the people that died as a result of your corruption, the spirit of the people that died because you wiped away our money and you turned us to slaves in other people's countries, the spirit is crying, and you will vomit every single dime that you ate concerning this. We will probe you. You will be accountable to us. We own the country. The country belongs to the citizens, not you. If you stole not just 100 million, you are going to vomit all that money. So we will not go to your altars and bow down. IBB has his altar in the north. Peter Obi goes there to worship on that altar. Atiku goes back there shamefully to worship on that altar. Tinubu goes there to worship on that altar. Obasanjo has his own altar and altar. Peter Obi goes there to worship. Atiku goes there to worship. Tinubu goes there to worship, begging for endorsement. And so you think with me, reason with me, when Obasanjo checks all the candidates, who do you think is going to align with, and why do you think so? Oh, you're falling for all this shenanigans. The same way he aligned himself with Jonathan. How long did that alignment work? Just when it was a time to go for election. When he saw that Jonathan, he aligned himself with Buhari. Did you hear anybody call Obasanjo's name? No. So why are you allowing him to come and meddle? Let him go and clean the mess that they made. It is a shame to this generation. It is a shame that you will look your enemy in the face, look your oppressor, right in their eyeballs. See where you vomited these people, and you go back there and you lick your vomit. And you go back and you lick the, forgive my French, you go back and lick the ass of the people that mess you up and put you in the state where you are. You that they kept you home for 7 months. You that they kept you without a job after your graduation. Do you know how many young people have died in the seas of Europe and Libya? Do you know how many of them? And you turn around and you tell me it doesn't, who told you it doesn't matter? So I am telling you from the bottom of my heart, I don't care. I see some of your comments here. I say, Peter Bino, I don't care. But I'll be there tomorrow to remind you the words that we have spoken, they are on the internet. The internet doesn't forget. It doesn't matter if they block this video right now. It doesn't matter what you will do to make sure that you suppress viewership, you suppress subscription. I know how it works. I watch the algorithm. I know what is going on. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you report the video. Your media team will take this video and report it. It does not matter. It will be there. And as long as internet remains, as long as we still have access to digital technology, somebody can still bring these things back and show you. When you're going to call me on the phone and say, Dr. Chidi, I'm calling, I will remind you of a time like this. A word, they say, is enough for the wise. On behalf of Dr. Erica, I want to thank you for giving me a chance to talk with you. And I hope we will do our best to save a future for our children. I love you. Bye-bye.